Hi, I'm Annika Sorenstam, and I'm here at my academy. I have a tip for you to help you avoid scooping and chipping. Because when you scoop, you will not hit the ball consistently, which means you will lose the distance and certainly the feel. Here I have an 8-iron, and I'm going to do what I call a chip and run, keep it low. And I'm going to make sure that the weight is on my left side, ball position further back, and stand a little closer, make you feel a little bit more like you have control, but also helps you take the club straight back and forward.
On the left is your setup before we started making adjustments in your chipping technique. On the right is Annika Sorenstam, who is considered one of the best female players of all time. One of the first changes I made was to get your feet a little closer together, which makes it easier to put more weight on your left side. I've drawn a blue arrow up from the outside of your left ankle, and you can see with Annika how her left shoulder is on the other side of that blue arrow, and you're leaning backwards toward your back foot, having more weight on your right foot than your left. I've drawn a red arrow where the ball position is, and you can see for you, you have the ball off your left toe. Annika plays the ball closer to her back foot. That allows Annika's hands to be in front of the golf ball. The blue arrow indicates the position of the hands. Your hands are behind the ball, which would promote an upward swing. Annika's position promotes a downward swing into the chip shot. I've drawn a red arrow along the shaft of the club, and you can see for Annika the shaft is leaning towards the target, and you have your shaft leaning backwards. The blue arrow indicates the direction of the hit, what we call the attack angle. Her shaft leaning forward promotes a downward hit into the golf ball. Your shaft leaning backward would promote an upward swing. And so you would reach your lowest point in your swing behind the golf ball, and you would be then hitting up. And that would have a tendency to create thin shots where you blade the ball low across the green, or you hit way behind the golf ball with your chip shot and the ball only goes 3 or 4 feet. So the setup is the most important part of chipping. You've got to get the geometry correct in order to hit down on the golf ball.
Forward. And when you do this, you create a Y with the club, the hands, and the shoulders, as you can see, like this. And really the good key for good chipping is to keep that Y consistent through the shot. I'm just going to hit it like this so you can see a few times. If you start scooping, you're going to hit it thin or you're going to hit it fat.
I've outlined the letter Y with the arms and the shaft of the club. As Annika takes the club back, she will try to keep that Y intact. As you take it back, now let's look at the follow through. As Annika comes through and hits the golf ball, at this point, her left arm and shaft are almost in a straight line. And we'll notice how her left hand, the white glove, continues forward. So when she finishes her swing, she has swung the entire body, her shoulders, everything, swinging the club forward. So when she finishes her swing, her club head is well past her body, her hands are well past her left side. As you come through, right here, you can see how your left hand stops moving and your right hand flips underneath the left hand, right there. That's called the scoop. And you're scooping right there. So when you finish your swing, your hands stay here, your club is here, and what we want is to try to create that Y on the left side of your body. So those are the things that I wanted to work on, is get the setup a little bit better, and then learn how to swing your arms as a connected piece, and not just swing the club head, but try to swing the entire club. Swing the handle forward so that the finish looks more like what you see in Annika's swing. Now let's look at other pros demonstrating these same fundamentals. Feet close together, swinging the entire club forward. Tiger Woods, leaning forward, feet close together, swinging the entire club forward. Again, Tiger Woods. Jordan Spieth, top rookie of the year. Luke Donald, feet close together, swinging the entire club past his body. Connected swing. Roy McIlroy, feet close together, swinging the entire club forward. On the right is your setup after we made these adjustments, and it's just such a good position. Your feet are close together, your hands are forward. You have more weight on your left foot than your right foot. This is the starting position for your chip shot. We still need to work a little bit on how to swing the club correctly, but we first have to learn to get comfortable with this setup. The next time we work on your short game, we will improve your swing itself so that you can learn to swing the handle past your left side. But this is a very good beginning from our first session where you learn the correct fundamental setup for chipping. Now when you go play, I want you to set up the way you are on the right, even though you're not comfortable with it, even though you're going to still perform maybe not as well as you want with your chip shot. You might miss some shots. But you must stay with this new setup and not evaluate the rightness or wrongness of this setup based on your shots. Your shots will get better once this gets comfortable, and it won't get comfortable until you repeat it enough.